fighting games are losing their touch for me, which is a very weird video because if you've seen my channel, you know that I upload a lot of fighting game content. Guilty Gear back in the day, Dragon Ball Fighters, obviously right now, Street Fighter 6, Mortal Kombat. And while playing them, it's the thing that I messed up on by being a fighting game fan is I went and I played other genres. And I think that's what you don't do as a fighting game player. I played Spider-Man 2, I 100%ed it, and the entire time I was playing the game, I was having fun. The Call of Duty beta came out. I played the Call of Duty beta with my friends. I was having fun. I'm recording a series offline called Endless Dungeons, the tower defense game. I was having fun. Now, does that mean fighting games are not fun? No, fighting games are fun, but it's weird to say that fighting games aren't fun because I grew up with fighting games. I've always loved fighting games, but as fighting games come out more and more and more and more, it's like my love for the game distance itself more and more and more and more. Like, if I'm being honest, I'm more excited for Hades 2 to come out than Tekken 8. Now, does that make Tekken 8 a bad game? No, of course not. I'm super excited to like watch Tekken, but Hades, if you guys played Hades is a fantastic game, and I want Hades 2 to come out. Mortal Kombat 1 came out. Very scuffed. A lot of things I didn't agree with. It's kind of whatever. I just got done playing some Mortal Kombat 1. Won some, lost some. It's not about winning or losing in a fighting game that matters to me. It's the fun aspect. Like, something about MK1 just feels off, right? It feels like when you can beat your opponent, and then they can just never adapt, and then they can beat you. And now you might be like, whoa, that's some scrub quotes type shit. What do you mean? You know, it's like you can make this like one mistake and then you're playing on the back pedal, right? You played really good for like 45 seconds and then they land a 60% hit combo on you because of a misinput, right? The misinput part is what's annoying. If I do a wake up super, a wake up reversal, and it gets punished, that's fine, right? That's part of the fighting game. But if you play a fighting game and you do an input, and let's say for Street Fighter, you do wake up EXDP, but the EXDP doesn't come out, so then you get counter hit by Ken, and you lose 60% of your HP, or by Marissa. You're like, oh, that's annoying, right? Or in Mortal Kombat, you wake up and you try to do a reversal, it doesn't come out. And before the patch, Baraka, Raiden, Johnny Cage would do 60% of your health bar. You're like, oh, that doesn't feel good. Like, there's moments, I feel like in fighting games, there's more moments where the game screws you over versus you screwing yourself over. So that's why, you know, Guilty Gear Strive, the beginning of Street Fighter 6, I played a lot of Start GG. You know, I used to get top 8s here and there. You know, I was never trying to be the best in the world, but I took the game serious, right? I learned, I studied. But the longer I played the game, the more I realized, I'm like, damn, like, this is just a waste of time for me. Like, I'm just going to play the game to have fun. I'm going to step back from, you know, trying to be semi-competitive. I'm just going to play the game for fun. And when I took a step back from playing the game competitive, I don't think without playing a fighting game competitively, fighting games can't be fun. Because no matter what happens, you gotta try to win in a fighting game, which sounds weird. You're probably wondering, like, what do you mean? Like, you have to try to win in Valorant, you have to try to win in Call of Duty? Not really. And the funny thing is, you honestly don't have to try to win in most other game genres. That's why other game genres have way higher player base than fighting games. Think about the amount of people who play battle royales that never win top place, and they'll boot up the next day. You tell me right now, show me a fighting game player who has a 10% win rate who's booting up the next day. Like, you have to try, you have to get better. But then there's always the tier list, right, that fuck you over. So let's say you play Street Fighter and you want to be good with Manon. Let's say you're IDOM. You can just get smoked by a random fucking JP online who's a nobody because they play JP and you play Manon. But if you're IDOM, you have to focus up, use all your fucking tools, and maybe you can eke out a fucking win. Call of Duty, you can play it for fun. You can lose a match in Call of Duty and still have fun. I don't think you can lose a fighting game match and still have fun. if that makes sense. Unless you're like trying to do like a challenge, right? Like, can I win only using special moves? Then maybe. But at the end, like, I think losing in a fighting game, there's no fun involved. In Call of Duty, you can drop 75 fucking kills on domination and lose 1 to 200. You're like, dude, that was a great fucking game. Apex, you can kill 20 fucking people. Maybe you lose top 5. You go, damn, but damn, 4,000. I got my 5K badge. Let's go. Fighting games there's none. I think it's either you win or you lose. And when you try to play the game only for fun, you realize that you can't, because there's people out there who are sweaty. So in order for you to win, you have to be equally as sweaty. And then you win. Now, this is just my take, though. Obviously, I could just be wrong. I could just be hating. I love fighting games. Don't get me wrong. I love fighting games. I love teaching people fighting games. I love watching fighting games. But right now, I don't know if I love playing fighting games. And I feel like it's a genre that I feel like if you were realistic with yourself, if a pro player was realistic with themselves, not all of them, and you said, hey, you can send this time machine back. You can be a professional fighting game player, or you can be a professional League of Legends player. Most people are going to take the League of Legends, because even if you are really good at fighting games, there's nothing to it. There's like a grassroots community, which is like great, hoo-yah, but there's nothing else to it. There's no validation, because no matter what happens, if you win a fighting game tournament, and let's say you're using JP, you're going to get people like, haha, you use JP, you fucking suck, JP carries you, you'll never win without JP. Granted, you technically did put in the hours to learn all the JP setups and all the matchup knowledge, but it doesn't matter because you play JP. Other genres, I don't think it's as crazy. I mean, Halo. I mean, most first-person shooters, they have a set of guns you can use, so everybody is using the same guns. In MOBAs, there's bans. So there is a great legend or a great god in Smite. You can just ban the god realistically. I mean, there's going to be more than, I think there's more like 10 great gods. But currently, I think fighting games for me, I'm still probably, I don't know, man. I think it comes down to because I played Spider-Man 2 and I had so much fun that fighting games are just not fun, which is weird. I think it's the classic, you've been eating Walmart steak your entire life, and then you finally tried Wagyu. And then you go back to eating a Walmart steak, and you're like, fuck, dude, that Wagyu was just so fucking good. Why do I not get more Wagyu? Why do I not go play Liza P, which I didn't have time to. Or, Ghost Runner 2 just came out. All these other games that are coming out. And that's just me. That's just how I feel. If you disagree down below, you can call me a scrub. It's perfectly fine, right? I mean, that's your opinion. You're entitled to it. I think that fighting games right now are stale. I think they're stale. It could be due to the fact that they're more casual friendly. So you can, lose to a character that does like a 1-2. Like, I mean, even Baraka on launch, that damage, I think it was like, what, 2-1, down forward 2? Like 30%. Easy ass combo. Go back to MKX, you gotta fucking like dash cancel and do all this other shit. Only works in the corner, only works mid-screen, gotta fucking do this, gotta manage these fucking meters. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, that's just me though. That is just me. You could disagree with me. Perfectly fine. I think fighting games are kind of stale. So I might just go back to streaming variety. Is this gonna tank my YouTube views? Probably. But I don't do YouTube for the views or the money. I do it because I enjoy it. And I would only like to upload games that I enjoy. And right now, fighting games are not it. Then you're going to see a lot more variety. And then maybe when a patch hits, or when Takeda comes out next summer, then I'll probably like Mortal Kombat 1 again. When the costumes come out in Street Fighter, maybe I'll like Street Fighter 6 again. But until then, maybe some variety, Smite, and some other games I want to play. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This video is probably going to get not that much positive feedback, possibly. I don't know. But I hope to see y'all again next time.